You know how China builds everything so fast? Today, we're going to be examining China's fast construction secrets. But before we continue, please share your thoughts with us. What Chinese technology impressed you the most? Let us know down in the comments. China is the world's largest construction market, and its infrastructure is growing at an astonishing rate. The country has always been investing heavily in building new highways, rail lines, and airports. The Chinese construction industry has long been the envy of the world, but it was only recently that outsiders have begun to understand what makes it tick. The country's success can be attributed to a number of factors, including a centralized government with strong leadership, cheap labor, and low-cost materials, as well as can-do work ethic among its workforce. The country's been able to build so fast because of its unique construction industry and a government that supports it. China is the world's most dynamic, fastest-growing economy with a demographic dividend that allows it to invest in infrastructure and grow, not just economically, but also culturally. The country is already a powerhouse, with the second-largest economy in the world. Meanwhile, countries like Russia and Brazil are struggling to find their footing after hitting rough times in recent years. The country's economy has grown nearly tenfold since 1978. The rapid construction of China has led to the emergence of new cities. These cities have been built in less than a decade, and some have even become the world's largest cities. China has experienced rapid urbanization over the past 10 years, with more than 200 million people moving into cities. This rapid urbanization has led to the need for new infrastructure and housing. The solution? Build more city centers. The world's largest cities are now being built in China, with Beijing, Shanghai, Tianjin as the three most populous metropolitan areas in the country. These three metropolises are also among the top 5 fastest-growing economies in the world. So, the question of building a city center fast became an urgent matter for China. The country had to invest in advanced technologies to keep up the pace. But how exactly does China build so fast? The first part of the answer is related to the way that engineers approach the design process. They do things in a different way. For Chinese engineers, computer-aided design is a thing of the past. Their process is done via 3D modeling, which is way more effective and precise as well. There's no way that people can draw all of the sheets of a Chinese megaproject. It just isn't humanly possible. However, with Building Information Modeling, or BIM for short, designers can build a digital version of the project and automatically create how many plans and sections they need for the construction phase. Still, they don't design the digital copy to the end. Instead, they develop it up to the schematic stage, which represents 30% of the entire design, and then they start building straight away. One could argue that many other countries design only to the 10% stage and choose to solve things during construction. However, that is not at all efficient, and it leads to various mistakes often. On the other hand, the Chinese break up their projects into sections of the digital model based on the terrain and the engineering solutions required for that terrain. From then on, the design teams make the necessary adjustments. In addition, to guarantee that the mega projects are in their supposed location, they peg sites out by eye and lay out peg-to-peg using GPS and other surveying equipment. To make things even easier, the Chinese have a modular prototype basis for their designs. For instance, railway embankments have a standard grade so that they don't have to do any more work redesigning and recalculating the necessary adjustments. To make things even faster, they take every measure necessary to shorten the later stages of construction. This is achieved by using prefabricated components on their projects and buildings as many other infrastructural components at the same time. I bet you learned a lot so far. To keep watching awesome videos like this one, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It really means the world to us. All of the factors we've mentioned so far relating to the design and construction process make construction in China very fast. But there's still another secret: giant building machines. The Chinese have machines to build everything. Bridges, tunnels, tracks, you name it. But right now we're going to be focusing on a machine that can build entire skyscrapers. The 2,000-ton machine that builds skyscrapers was developed by engineers and is also known as the wall-climbing monster. It is a platform for workers to build each floor upward so it can remain steady and even at over 500 meters. This platform performs tasks such as pouring reinforced concrete at a construction site and can be intelligently controlled. The wall-climbing monster's self-supporting platform can bear a weight of up to 2,000 tons and even withstand hurricane force. According to the engineers who created it, it can also speed up construction projects by 20%. And here's how it works. The machine uses 2 tracks on each side and a total of 12 hydraulic jacks to push itself upward evenly each time the workers finish building a set of stories. Once it moves, the machine creates a new and higher working platform. Each pivot point on the tracks can lift a maximum weight of 400 tons. With this amazing building artifact, The Chinese can take an average of only 4 days to complete a building. But besides the speed, there's another very important advantage in working with this machine: the safety and the well-being of the construction workers. Anyone who's been on more than a dozen floors will know that if they look out the window, then people on the ground look like ants. Well, when you look straight down, you'll have an inexplicable sense of fear. So, if you want to build an office building that's hundreds of stories high, even if your workers are experienced and they know what they're doing, the height could take their focus off the task at hand sometimes. Workers at such a high place, yeah, you'd definitely die if you fell. There's only one chance of survival, and if you even make a simple mistake, you might die. The workers' fear is understandable. However, if this problem isn't resolved, construction can be slowed down, and nobody wants that with how tight the schedules are. Thus, the role of the aerial building machine, also known as the wall-climbing monster, is even more important than you thought it was at first. The wall-climbing monster has steel plates that surround the building being constructed. Thus, it's like a high wall built on site. This way, the workers can see only these steel plates around them and the sky above. There is no way for them to see the landscape, much less the ground, so the fear is gone. These barriers from the machine ensure that the workers' safety and emotional well-being are preserved. All in all, the skyscraper building machine is a win in basically every instance. Combined with new intelligent control technology, it becomes really easy to operate too. Only about 50 workers are necessary to complete the construction of a building several hundred meters tall. For reference, without the machine, the number of workers required would be up in the spans of thousands. The wall-climbing monster successfully combines safety, intelligence, and efficiency. And the more you learn about it, the more easy it is to understand why China's built 2/3 of the world's building that stand at over 300 meters. No other country in the world has more ambition in building skyscrapers than China does. Such experience and efficiency have made it possible for Chinese workers to branch out and start building skyscrapers for other countries. All other countries beware, China's taken over the construction business. So what do you think of the skyscraper building machine? Let us know in the comment section down below. And if you want to see more about similar projects, you can watch our video, China's Road Construction Technology Shocked American Scientist. Thanks for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.